Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. So welcome back to Challenger Spectates, that I watch Challenger players, mainly on the EUS server, because that's obviously the server I'm on, and try to learn. So today we're watching Yopper 1v9. I think we've watched him before, maybe with a different account of his. He's like a top 5 Challenger player of me recording this video. And he's playing top lane Irelia. Now, again, the thing I would say is if you like Challenger Spectate videos, especially for the second video of the day, smash that like button because I really want to know if you guys enjoy them. Because as for content, when it's not a live commentary, I actually love doing these. Doing live commentaries is my favorite type of video that I do, but then definitely this is second. Because I get to learn. I'm trying to climb again without spoiling Climb to Master too much. It's going quite well at the moment, but I need to know more what's going on. I need to increase my own game knowledge and watch mechanics, and then I can practice it. So watching top 5, Challenger players on my own server, I think it's a good way of doing that. So it's a commentary that I'll be commentating what's happening, but also learning myself, and then you guys can use those lessons too. So why Irelia? Because again, this series is all about me learning, so I always pick a champion that I either play or am very interested in playing. I'm interested in Irelia, because my champion pool in top lane, it's not bad. Meanwhile, she takes E level 1, gets a nice stun, little damage there. Jax wastes his E. But I'm interested in Irelia more now than I have been of recent history, because she's not really overpowered anymore. She's actually being not really banned in any games. For the past few months, it was very hard to actually get Irelia more than not. But now you can pretty much get her every game. So that is why I'm interested in looking at, very good players of her, and maybe I'll look to pick her up if it is worth doing. But yeah, should be good. Alright, so she took E level 1, which I've never really seen before, while bot lane gets first blood. And I will say there is a slight spoiler to this episode of that this Yopper person gets extremely fed. And I know some people might not want me to say that, but the reason why I picked this replay is because they got extremely fed, and I want to see how they did it. A lot of people, what I would say about snowballs is that when you're watching snowballs, sometimes they're boring, but for an educational point of view, looking actually how they did it is always something very interesting and worth noting, because you can try to replicate that. If it wasn't just a flat-out mistake by the enemy team, which I doubt because it's a Challenger game, then you can watch the outplay of this person and see how they did it. Okay, E lands a stun, Jax goes in, just gets the stun, runs away. But yeah, nothing out of the ordinary so far. Just a lot of farm. You may be like, whoa, Aurelia's farm is way more than Jax's. By the time this pushes in, by the time Jax gets that, it's going to be relatively even. Probably with a slight advantage for the Irelia. Also, the skin here is Divine Sword, I think, Irelia. This is the latest one that's come out. It ain't no Frostbutt, but it's pretty good. And I presume it's going to be a relatively standard build. But a couple things also worth noting and learning from is that obviously Corrupting Potion is a start, which 90% of top laners do now. But then what's interesting is it's then a Doran's Blade and the Rejuve Bead. So the Rejuve Bead is for Tiamat, and the Doran's Blade, early aggression? This is something that it would be foreign to me. I personally, and we can already notice a difference, I wouldn't do that. Because I'm always like, okay, Irelia is a mid to late game champion. I'd not want to delay my mid late game. Wow, that's really smooth. I wouldn't want to delay that at all. Okay, so there's an extended fight happening. Notice when Jax uses his E, Irelia not going to go for anything. Oh, wow, she actually lands the stun. Flash. Oh, Jax gets away. So double flash takes a lot of tower hits. Remember, Irelia just used teleport. Jax has not. So I would actually say going back right now is the correct call, because it does one of two things. One, if he teleports in and pushes, it should give Irelia enough time to run back. Also, Irelia didn't use teleport. But then secondly, you're not losing out on anything. So teleport at the exact same time. So Irelia is actually based one more time than the Jax now. Good stun land, avoids a lot of damage, but hasn't lost anything for it. So just doing a lot of raw damage. Jeez. Using the Q resets to gain health back, by the way, because that's what Irelia can do. And she just kills him. Wow. I didn't expect the last auto attack to do that much damage, and I don't think Jax did. Notice how their items at the moment are identical. Again, Jax and Irelia have always mirrored each other as champions. So that's not a surprise. But yeah, really nice kill. Irelia now has got dominance in the lane. Impressive. And again, that was... So how Irelia did so well in that fight, by the way, a lot of Aurelia's, if you rewind and wanted to go back, in that fight, would be using their Q just on the Jax, and that's it. Where the Irelia used, I think, 3 Qs on finishing minions during their fight. And what that does is, again, when you look at Irelia's Q, is Irelia dashes to an enemy, again, we'll lock it on, dealing that amount of damage and then healing for 17 health. She does that 3 times. Well, there's like an auto attack worth of damage that she's just healed because she killed minions. It's a massive advantage, and then she uses the final like Q to finish him off and stuff. So this is just somebody that you can just tell has so much knowledge of Irelia, which again is very impressive to me because Irelia, this iteration of Irelia isn't even that old. Anyway, coming for a gank, good timing to be honest. See if they can go for it, and yeah, so she goes with another reset because of the stun, gets a double Q with the Pantheon stun, and it's another kill. So this is the start that we can see of the lane dominance and potentially snowball that the Irelia has. What is interesting to me, really long Q there. What's interesting to me is what she does, you know, in the next 10 minutes. Does she stay in top lane, which a lot of people would do, and I probably would do, and most of you at home would do as well. And again, I have not watched this game. I just know that she gets fed. I don't know how she gets fed. So does she just stay in lane and continues to beat him? You'll notice she's freezing the lane right now, not giving the chance for the lane to reset so Jax can free farm himself. She's even pushing the wave a little bit further away to bulk it up a little bit more to give time for another wave to kind of stack on. Jeez. So she instantly goes for another stun, so very aggressive. Or again, like I said, is she going to stay in lane, continue snowball, continue denying the Jax, or is she going to roam? Is she going to, her next teleport, will it go bot lane? That's what I'm interested in. Okay, so she's going for another fight. She goes for a stun after the Jaxie. She actually Qs the wrong way and just straight up murders the guy. Wow. Again, I don't know what rank the Ventar 1 is, but again, if Yoppa played this game of me recording it, and also because I'm uploading this game as the second video today of me recording it. This game was played yesterday, and Yoppa was rank 5 EU West of me recording this, so not much of the ranks are going to change in that time. So the Jax is probably around there too. Again, I can't confirm it while I'm in game, but you'd think he'd be in Challenger and stuff, so damn. He's getting wrecked. Again, don't know if the Jax is even a top laner and all that good stuff, but just a lot of knowledge. So Cassiopeia comes in with a double kill. I guess we can have a little look. Low health Evelyn, low health Cass, but not enough. By the way, Jax is still level 5. Wouldn't be surprised if Irelia goes for another play here. God, she's so accurate with that stun. Props the W when the Jax comes in. She has a final Q to go for a bit more damage. So what we're noticing here, she is maximizing practically every single Q that she has. Meanwhile, a Thresh roams in top lane. Uses a Q to get away. Thresh goes for a flash. Really nice hook there by him. And she does go down. Again, random Thresh in top lane at 8 minutes into the game. I wouldn't have expected that. But there was vision, so she probably just was a little bit tunneled into the Jax there. But the actual Irelia of like not making mistakes and stuff mechanically, the stuns are so on point. And again, that's just raw mechanics. So we can obviously notice that in these commentaries, but you can't purely mimic that, can you? So Pantheon going for an ult. Annie's roaming too. He does pop a flash. He probably is going to jump over there. So if I was Annie, I would have actually stayed around there. So a small mistake. She might still get the kill. She does land the stun. She tibbers and she ignites. Don't know if she's going to get it. She doesn't have flash up. The ignite is not going to finish him off. So that's unfortunate. Cassiopeia now coming in. Walks straight into a Pantheon. Not really sure what's going on anymore. Evelyn does flank though. Another kill by Cassio. Irelia coming in. Popping some damage. Going to try and go for the... Evelyn does get it. Tibbers finishes off the Cassiopeia. So relatively even trade overall, I'd say. Irelia now finishing her Tiamat and Sheen, by the way. So pretty big power spike coming in with now a red buff on the Irelia. Notice as well it's an Infernal Dragon. So what's going to happen there? Are they going to do it now? That control ward, if you're wondering or don't remember what that was from, Jax used that to try and escape. Another really accurate. I need to... right, for the next like couple stuns, just so much raw damage. Would have been good if she held that, I think. Anyway, she's going for an all-in. Jax does flash away. Irelia's probably not going to go for that, but that's, again, another advantage. Jax has to go back. Irelia's got red buff. She also has a Q that's going to regen a little bit for her. Jax, if he's not... Oh, my God, that was clean. Woohoo! Okay, there we go. All right, Infernal Dragon taken by the Irelia's team. Oh, this is like the cleanest Irelia that I've ever seen. Which again, this is great. This is why I love this series. We're watching quality play. And again, I'm learning. What I was gonna say is I want to look in, and when she does it, I want to look at how she's exactly doing her stuns. What portion of the stun is she doing first? Does she do it the one that's closer to the person or further away? I presume it's further away then closer. But wow, she's clean. She is, by the way, at the moment, 11 minutes into the game, she is exactly double the farm of Jax. And like everybody is aware, Jax at the moment is known as one of the most overpowered champions in the game. Darius has probably taken that spot with a recent patch in top lane, but Jax is definitely top 3 in top. So this is like a massacre happening, which is kind of crazy, but it's fun. I love this. Now got a Phage, which obviously further damage, further health, and also the slow, or is it the speed up? I think it's the speed up. Yeah, it's a speed up, so Jax won't be able to get away as much. You'll notice Jax has been forced to buy Ninja Tabby because of the Irelia just snowballing out of control. So obviously being 5-1 at this point, with 4 of those being on the Jax. I think one of them was in a gank situation, and then the other kill was on the Evelyn that just kind of happened recently. Another stun. Okay, so she's using the Q to get away. Same story that she uses the W when Jax stun happens. Instant burst happening here. Enemy team should be finishing her off. Does. Pantheon coming for a gank. Also Pyke. I don't know what the hell he just did. He just kind of walked in and just stood there. So I'd say the Irelia, she has died twice, but both of them have been to ganks. Potentially, like, there's just not a lot of focus happening in the river, because she has had vision here, I think, both times that she's got ganked. Anyway, Thresh is probably overstayed a little bit. Will pick him, like, will kill himself there. Pyke didn't ult for some reason. Would have been good to share the kill. Meanwhile, bot lane, 280 carries going at it. Lucian flashing. Does pick up the kill. Sorry, the camera locked in when I looked at that. Annie and Cassiopeia are dueling. Obviously, Cassiopeia has quite a bit of an advantage in that lane so far. Pyke going for a play. Nice little hook there by him. Misses his ultimate, though. Evelyn was right behind them. And Jax also throws a teleport. So that will be a dead Annie. And the Evelyn picks that up. Meanwhile, top lane, the reason why I wasn't looking at top, they just got the tower. Irelia even teleported for that. Surprisingly. But yeah, they do get it. So now buying another dagger, which is obviously building towards the obvious Triforce. Again, I presume this is going to be another 2v3. Really clean stun, but will get hit up there. Uses the damage reduction. Trying to do as much damage as she can. She is ridiculously clean. Okay, I want to say what she just did there was as good as you could do Qs of how many you can get with having resets, with doing... She did the maximum amount of Qs in a very high-intensity situation. And that is, by the way, one of the biggest differences. People say to me all the time, Huz, what's the difference between a Diamond 1 player and a Master, or a Diamond 1 and a Challenger player? Those situations is that a Diamond 1 player, hell yeah, a Diamond 1 player could pull that off mechanically, most likely. But actually to pull it off is a completely different thing. In a situation that you're getting 2v1'd, that you're like, oh my god, I'm panicking, really calm, plays it perfectly. That is a Challenger player. That's the difference. And again, this isn't even pro level. This is just the highest solo queue players, which again, I will say, these solo queue players that have insane mechanics and that type of thing, a lot of them are mechanically better than pros. Pros don't have, or not necessarily have the best mechanics in the game. They're not pros for that reason. Pros are pros because they, in the environment that they're in, perform and excel. Solo queue is a different environment. But solo queue excels off like what this Irelia's doing and is so good raw mechanics that they just outplay everybody. Where in pro play, you've got to rely more on just mechanics. You've got to rely on strategy and team play and all that. And this solo queue isn't that. But this Irelia is, honestly, and I'm saying this as somebody who's played such a long, this performance that I'm watching is one of the strongest mechanical plays that I've seen in a very long time. So yeah. Alright, so a flank's coming in, random Pantheon ultimate. Lucian gets 3-manned. Irelia's going to come on in at the backline, does pick up the Kai'Sa, goes for a stun, I don't think lands anything. Pyke going to try and get something, doesn't. Irelia's going to maybe keep going, decides against it with the charm. Jax coming in from the backline, they do dodge, really nice stun. A lot of damage coming out, Jax goes for the stun. Irelia uses a W at the same time. She is going to just go all in, does get 1 kill. Another lovely stun! Woo! Goes to the ultimate play. 1, 2. Oh. Who the hell is this Yopper guy? Is he a... Like, okay, I'll say this again. I'm not going to look it up. This is so clean, and I'm actually learning a lot, and it's actually just entertaining to watch how good this guy is. Is he a YouTuber, streamer, academy player? If you guys can find out, let me know in the comments, because... Jesus. Okay, so you can see her first half to the stun is there, and then she's using the second half afterwards. I guess she probably does it spontaneously, and it's different every time, and that's probably why it's so good. But... Jesus. And by the way, she's 11-2 with 0 assists. But there basically isn't one kill that she's got that I don't think she didn't deserve. Like, practically every kill she's got is like, yep, okay, fair enough. Like, maybe the one here in mid lane where she just killed Kai'Sa, but Annie was getting low health, so I think it was fine for Irelia to take that, but... Woo-wee! She's good. So yeah, if you want to get good at Irelia, model yourself after Yopper 1v9. Literally, his name has 1v9 in his name. Also, I don't think we've ever had somebody live up to, like, you know, a summoner name. And my only thing that I've always said, because I think it's happened once, is that I did a Challenger Spectate. Meanwhile, the enemy team were looking for an engage. I did a Challenger Spectate, and then after it, someone said, oh, Huz, that person who you did, nice dodge by Lucian, is a toxic person. Again, I don't know these people. I don't know if they're toxic. We're just looking at raw mechanics. I'm not judging character here. So hopefully this Yopper guy is a great person in the community, not toxic or anything like that. Hook gets hit by Thresh. Enemy team probably is going to be backing out. Aurelia's on her way. W by her. Lands a double stun into a Q. Gonna go for a double play. And you can see she changes position all the time. Double killed by Pyke with his ultimate. Set up by the Irelia. Evelyn goes for an ult and does manage to get away for now. Annie is going to be chasing. Well, everyone's chasing, to be honest. Don't think they're going to get anything there. They should probably just turn and go do Inferno Dragon. Ooh, Pyke nearly played that well. He does get the kill. And then randomly, Pantheon goes through the tower. But it works out really nicely. And there we go. So again, it's a snowball game. But I don't think many people are going to disagree that this wasn't worth doing. This has definitely been worth doing just from this Aurelia's performance alone. But yeah, what a great episode. So we'll say also in the comment section, if you haven't already, by the way, smash that like button if you're enjoying. But in the comment section, let me know what other champions you want to see. I'm probably going to record one more after this episode. So whatever your suggestions are, it won't be for next episode. But for future episodes, let me know. Misses one of her first stuns. But yeah, basically the only rules that apply, it has to be a champion that I'm interested in playing. And like I gave my reasons for Irelia that I'm interested in picking her up because she's no longer overpowered. And again, just to make it very clear, being fed does not mean a champion's overpowered. A lot of newer players get that completely wrong. Being fed is that you just got fed. And yeah, an overpowered champion can get fed easier, but any champion can get fed. It's up to the player to get fed, not the champ. And also, it's always weird when people use that like... really like that diss when someone gets fed going, oh, you're only like, you know, you're only killing me because you're fed, or you're not good, you're just fed. It's like, but how did they get fed? Like, if they were bad, then they wouldn't have got fed, surely. So it's always been a really weird defense when people have said that. It's obviously, it's just a non-logical defense. Aurelia's going bot lane, though. Meanwhile, there's an engage in mid lane. Nothing's going to come of it. Doesn't look like anyway. Rift Herald's been used in mid, so Irelia is, by the way, still split pushing. While I take a drink. Lucian gets hooked. Pretty bad play by him. They do some return damage. Irelia might make her way now because her team is getting engaged on really badly. And again, this is the type of game that, even though, like, you know, the kills... Meanwhile, Aurelia's coming in. 1 kill. Ooh, misses that, but she still has ultimate up. Goes for the ultimate. Jax is obviously... Jax shouldn't be that weak anymore, I wouldn't think. Irelia needs the stun, though. So clean. She is going to go down, but still. This is the type of game that even though the kills are basically double on this team, it isn't a clean game. Because if you look at the gold difference, you've got 13,000 gold here, 8,000 gold here. There's a 5,000 gold difference, and what? There's a 9,000 gold, roughly, difference in total. So the vast majority of the difference is just in top lane. So if Irelia is not involved in a team fight, it's kind of close. That's where Irelia, even though, yes, split pushing is obviously what they want to kind of do, this is the type of game when you're this fed, it is probably better grouping just in case your team gets caught. So it'd be interesting, like, and when, also worth noting is that we said earlier, like, how does she get this fed? Well, a lot of it was just in top lane, but people then came to top lane. You know, it wasn't as simple as like, oh, I'm going to go to them. A lot of her kills, she went, or people came to her. But there was a lot of roaming, you know, especially in the mid lane and stuff too. But nothing out of the ordinary. Just very clean play. Okay, teleport coming down here, which is the Irelia. Going for probably grouping, I'd say. Pyke is in the enemy base. Gets 1 kill. Does go down, but probably worth because you're picking them off now while you're entering the base. Cassiopeia tried her best, but there's nothing you can do about that. Irelia. So again, yeah, the Irelia changes up her stun, by the way. Sometimes she leads with the stun in front, and then sometimes she leads with the stun behind. So it varies. There's not a clean cut like this is what she does. Double stun in the back line there. She still hasn't ulted. So she waits quite a while, by the way, to ult. She does not use it early at all. But yeah, her damage is very, very high. Does herself a double kill. Gonna go for a triple kill. Somehow that Thresh Hook missed. She is gonna go for a play on the Jax. Don't know if that's worth it, but I guess she's just after kills at this point. She will pick it up, and she gets a quadra kill. And will she go for the Penta? Yep, she will. Pentakill, wow. Again, didn't know she got a Pentakill this game, but she got it, and I'd say well-deserved with how well she's played this game. But yeah, one of the cleanest, if not the cleanest Irelia performance I've ever seen. Raw mechanics up the wazoo. And yeah, the game knowledge, it basically wasn't needed this game. It was just like how good of an Irelia this person was is what made the game. So, wow. Misses the stun. Pyke hit. Waiting. I don't know if they're going to go for a kill here. She is, and she will not get the kill. And very close to get it. And the game should end momentarily unless they just make a mistake. They really want to kill the Irelia. She does go down, and the game isn't over. Again, man, I have been in this situation that the Nexus has been on that health, and we have not ended the game. Just always end the game. Again, this Pyke is not auto-attacking the Nexus once. He can just flash in if he wanted to. Hey, there we go. But yeah, there you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, throw a like on the video. Let me know what other champions you want to see in the future. Let me know what you think about this Irelia, like insane player. Wow. So I'm probably going to record another one after this. Not sure what champion I'm going to go for now. But again, it'll have to be relevant to me. It has to be either I play the champion or I'm looking to pick the champion up. But yeah, like, subscribe. See you guys next time.